Hello and welcome back to Boopolo channel. My name is Pascal. When my 8-year-old daughter done her first 5K run, fun run, I promised her I would buy her a proper watch, a running watch. And I wanted a budget one. She's got a small arm, so we went and we bought the Forerunner 45. But I bought the 45s because it's smaller. And this is it here. I'm going to show you the menus up a little bit further, closer up. It just comes with the instructions, the quick start. All the main instructions are on the Garmin website. And the first thing you do is when you buy Garmin watches, you download Connect if you don't already have. And that's what runs the whole thing. That's what makes Garmin superior to all the others. This is the budget. This is the 45S is the budget. There's a newer version of 55. Not a huge difference between 55. There is more activities in it and much the same. Compared to the 245, there is quite a difference, all right. This is the full-size one with music. I will review that at another date, and I'll do a review comparing them together. And there's no point in me comparing to my own watch here, which is a 265, which is way more expensive. It's not an MIP, this is an AMOLED. So yes, the Forerunner 45 or 45S, as in this case the smaller one, is an MIP. In other words, the brighter it is, the brighter it is outside, the brighter your watch is. MIP, memory and pixel screen, the same as the 245 and the 255. So I'm going to take you through some of the menus. This is pretty adequate for most people. There is, unless you want all the bells and whistles and want to spend a lot of money, you'll go for 265 or 965 or Phoenix or one of those. But other than that, for running, and this does the very same. It's totally accurate. It's plenty battery enough. I will go into the battery in a moment because we have tested this. There's probably, maybe she has probably done about 40 kilometers or 50 kilometers since she got it. And it has no problem, this is no problem for doing a slow marathon and then another marathon in the afternoon. It's more than twice as long a battery life as the best of the Apple watches. And it's always on. That's in GPS mode. I'm going to bring it up closer here because I don't have a very steady hand, and I'm going to take you through some of the menus. Here I am a little bit closer in for you here, struggling here with the studio lights. Outside this is very bright and it's very easy. As you see, the heartbeat is not moving. This is one of the faces that we took from Garmin. Some people that will buy this may not be familiar with Garmin watches. They all have got 5 buttons on them. This is the button here, this one here. This is for starting your activity and turning on your GPS, starting your run and stopping your run. And the button down here is the back button, this one. So wherever you are in the menu, you want to go back, you use this one, and that's what that's solely for. The buttons here, this one and this one, are for scrolling up and down the screen. And this one is for all the apps. On the 45, you can't have the battery showing. There's not enough room for it up on the top because it is a smaller screen. So, but you can get your battery by holding in this button here and see it up on the top. It's almost 1/2. And then if we want to go back again, we just press back. Now this is the watch face I have. You can change them. You can change what's in each of these rings here. I have steps there on this one. She has steps, and she ran 1.6 kilometers yesterday. That's her running. Because she was sick, she didn't run all week, and that's her first run. So she ran a mile yesterday, and her heart rate is not beating because it's in my hand instead. So we'll press the top button, hold in the top button, and there's where we can scroll through this: power off, timer, stopwatch. You can have just a normal stopwatch. You can have alarm clock. She uses that for getting up for school. And this is waiting for phone because her phone is inside in the other room. Your telephone will be here, and you will be able to see your, you'll be able to answer your phone from here. You can even turn up and down the volume on your phone with it. And you have a do not disturb. You can press that for your phone. And then, as I said, waiting for phone. And then we have the assistant. You will set up assistant, and it will call a designated number. And then you can lock all the keys and then power off. So you can add more widgets to this if you so wish. So when I press that, it just, if you want to just scroll the way you are, there's no events. It's just going through. It's just going through my day, and you can go into settings there as well. But if you really want to go into settings, you hold down this middle button here, like this. And then you can go into watch faces. And you press select, and then you can change the different watch faces. Now you can also connect it up to Garmin Express as well. And in Garmin Express you can get some widgets there also. Besides watch faces, the ones you need on standby, alarm clock. That's very easy to set. My daughter can do it herself. You can go into your history, and then you can go into your setting, and there's your widgets there. And you can have weather, health stats, and of course you can add and my day, notifications, history, last run, calendar, add widgets, and there you can add your widgets there. And you can put steps in it, and intensity, minutes, and which heart rate, you can put them into it as well. Wrist heart rate, sensors and accessories. That's if you have a belt on you and you want to put a belt for your thing. And then you have your phone, and then your user profile. Your user profile will have your VO max. You can set your maximum heart rate, and then it will, her heart rate has gone up to 214. That would be fine. Her birth year there is wrong because she's not allowed to use the app because she's only 8 years of age, and you have to be at 13, 14, 15 or something. But anyway, and system. I won't go into the active tracking. You can put in status on, move alert, so that it will tell you when you're after moving, goal alert, not during activities. Move IQ on. So you go into the system then, language, time, backlight, sounds. You can have the backlight on all the time if you want to, but there's no need unless at nighttime. Do not disturb, units. That's where you'll put in your kilometers. But you can do this and then you can do your software update, or you can do your reset, and that's it. I'm not going to press the about one because it gives the serial number there. There's run, treadmill, bike, walk, cardio, and add. You can add them more there on. You can add them, and you can add more through Connect. There's about 14, I think, altogether on this watch you can add. So we'll go back again. So when we press run, and we want to get into the settings for run, we will press wait. It's going to wait for GPS. You don't have to worry about that. We will just go into the settings. So we will hold the buttons in, and then we have run settings. We're not going to run, we're just going into the run settings, but you set it up to run, and you will have different settings for if you're walking. So, or if you're stepping on a stepping machine or something like that. So we would click run settings, and we have the data screens. So distance, timer, and pace. So you can change that. 3-field layout, 1 field, we will go down distance, field, timer. We can change them, okay? So, but that's the one we have set up here. So if you wanted to change that one distance, you could have pace there and timer there, and you have all other ones. But and calories, heart rate zone. So now I forget where I was. That's the screen that you will see for that, but you can change it to heart rate. So during your run, you can press the button and you can get the other data, okay? For instance, that's our screen, right? And that's what we have. It changes to that after a couple of seconds, okay? And then if you press this while you are, that's your data will be there. While you're running, heart rate zone and heart rate and calories will come up on the screen, just like now. Of course, there's no heart rate, it's at 0. And then you can go on to the next one while you're running, and then we can add another one. Like we can make custom data, and you can make your own one, but we're not going to do that now. I don't want to change the settings on the watch for her. In run settings, you also have alerts. So you can set up alerts, add new, and you can set up a heart rate alert, high and low of what you want it to beep while you're running, right? I don't set that up. You can, if you set that up too low, you might start panicking because it will tell you your heart rate is too. And but heart rate on my own watch, I have one set up for the pace. So if I'm going too slow, it will beep. So when I run and walk at the same time, my pace may go down too slow and it'll beep. And if I go a pace of 5 minutes per kilometer, it will beep telling me I'm going fast. And what do? I just keep going usually. But then I look and I see my heart rate has gone high. So I'm not going to take you through them all, but we have the alerts, and then you have your laps. You can have an auto pause, and then you can set up the GPS also for the different GPS, GLONASS or GPS and GLONASS or Galileo, whichever you want. We have it on GPS. You can put it on GPS only. It actually saves some battery as well. But we didn't bother because this one lasts her for, even when she's running twice during the week, it lasts her for 4 or 5 days. Now that's not a lot compared to the watch I have on me, the 265. It will last, it'll last a week, and I'll do a half a marathon at the same time. But so there you go. That's my review of the Garmin Forerunner 45s. I'll put a link in the description where I bought it. I bought it at a sale. And thank you very, very much for watching. And if you like this video or any of our other videos, please subscribe.